नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धे भवतु मे सदा वसुदेवं सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं हरि ओम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Yes, can someone recollect? Namaskar. Can someone recollect anything that we saw? We form the link and move ahead. Yes, please.
Obsessions lead to anger,
Hmm.
and this further leads to illusions. And when the mind is clouded, wisdom is destroyed,
That's right. Okay.
and there will be no peace of mind.
Yes, and when
So
wisdom is
we
destroyed, individual is destroyed, isn't it?
Mm. So we
Yes.
have to control our senses, and this will help us to control desires, which is
One
what
question.
leads.
I just remember I just changed the name. I didn't realize that. Yeah. One question though comes to mind. Is obsession for God good then? Obsession leads to, you can say, a person gets astray, isn't it? Sometimes. So what about obsession for God? Are we
Obsession has a little negative intonation, I think, that word. So it's
yes.
probably not obsession, it is devotion and
No,
complete.
devotion is different. Attachment, but there's a difference between devotion and obsession also, isn't it, Jim? If that devotion becomes obsession,
Not good.
not good, isn't it? So that
Not
means
good.
just
Yeah.
because we say the name of the divine, or we do a particular, just because I say I'm doing a particular sadhana, does not mean I'm going to be suddenly excused from the laws of Prakriti. If I become attached when it's not what, so we'll have to study what devotion is, what is devotion is true essence. We will see Krishna will introduce us to the real way of bhakti in the 12th adhyay. But anywhere our mind likes a subject, and if it gets obsessed with it, it gets biased, it gets, we can say, carried away, and in that a lot of issues happen. So that is something we must always be assured. It's like Damliji had been told very nicely by his father. In your dreams, you will see gods, you will see demons. Don't trust both of them. If you see in the God, ask God, come in when I'm awake and fully conscious, also let me get a darshan there as well. Not just so that is one important aspect because mind has a tendency of what we call auto suggestion. It will keep giving into, and that is what leads to delusion. So that's just one small thing we have to be cautious of. But otherwise, that is an important aspect. Getting carried away is not right. So that is one. Anything else anybody would like to add? Yes, please. Yes, Karan.
Besides, I think we get holier than thou and then
Hmm.
fanatics oftentimes when you have this
Yeah.
obsession.
Yes. That happens. That happens. So that is the, we can say, tendency of the mind or the nature of the mind, which we have to be cautious of. Yes. Anybody would like to add further? Any other point?
We should never allow hatred to
Uh,
seep into us ever, because we might not accept something, we might dislike. That's okay, but
yes.
hatred is a poison by itself, so it will consume us only.
Yes. So it is a poison. It is a poison. It's like you have a beautiful painting and suddenly black paint is being thrown on top of it. What's going to happen to that beautiful painting? Same as with our life also. It's all right to have very clear opinions. Sometimes having strong opinions also is fine. Sometimes rejecting what is wrong is also good. You can reject vehemently anything that is lowering consciousness, anything that is against the spirit of truth, what the Gita later on will call asat, anything that is against that. You can reject all of it. But in that process, if you bring in hate, it will again create a backdoor entry for all the other wrong things. So hate is not permitted if we are seeking to or aspiring to grow in life, if we are aspiring to walk on the path of the spirit, if we are aspiring to learn about the most beloved, loving Krishna. Hate cannot be one emotion which we can ever give place in our hearts. So with this, we looked at one more. Anything else anybody wishes to add, or we just continue? We can continue, unless anybody wishes to add any other point. Yes, please. Payalji. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Ji.
Krishna gives the glimpse at the end, like just an idea for moksha.
Yeah. What is it, Payalji? What glimpse is he given?
Like
Yeah.
in 72, Shloka number 72, he's
Yes.
Brahmis
Yes.
Path 9. Yeah.
If you can just share a bit about that, what you perceive about the same G, something about it. What is this glimpse, or what do you think is special about it? The 72nd shloka.
It's total liberation from the like worldly things and
Okay, total liberation from worldly things. This is a very interesting line, actually. How do I get liberated from worldly things? Simplest thing would be I leave the factory where I am right now and go in a nice retreat, isn't it? Is that liberation? But I think before we go into this point, this is an important point which Palji has shared. In 72nd shloka, Krishna has said that the Brahmi Sthiti, that awakened consciousness, that steadiness of Siddha Prajna, if you have achieved it, it's like once you have achieved it, you will never feel like losing it. You will not do anything that's going to lower your consciousness. But if you're able to keep it steady, irrespective of all the other what we call moha is there. So many traps are there in the world. If you're able to sustain it until the final moment, Krishna says,
like
yes,
divine, merger with divine.
a merger with the divine. As a small problem is that we really don't know when our final moment is. So we'll have to always do that. We'll have to always be in that state if Krishna is telling. But now comes the interesting aspect of liberation. Payalji just highlighted. Everybody, it is, we call mukti, isn't it? So, what do we perceive of this? Is it liberation from the material world? Anybody? This adhyaya is going, third adhyaya is exactly about this. Krishna is going to talk, like emphasize a lot about it. But before we begin, it would be nice just if we can share some insight. What is this liberation that we are seeking? Liberation from the material world, from the worldly life?
Ego.
Okay, liberation from ego is what Shobhaji has said. Yes. But then do I continue to have my usual life also, bereft of ego? Or do I become a ghost? Is it possible to live life without ego? Can we experience life? Yes, Shweta?
It's liberation from our nature, default nature, like,
Okay, the factory settings which have been put inside of us, which we have not really worked on, and they are on us only without knowing. I get cranky for some reason, I have a particular nature. So, liberation from what we call the entrapment of the material nature, liberation from there is some, like we can use this word also, if it's not too wrong. Factory settings. What is the program? Well, it's Prakriti's program is embedded inside everybody. Each one has a slightly different way of functioning. But overall, our physiology is the same, but slightly different. And yet we are bound to that. That is the liberation. Liberation from the dominion of Prakriti. That is the liberation. Meaning we are going to live in this world. We are going to breathe, we're going to talk, we're going to live a full life. The Upanishad, which is the Isha Upanishad, talks about living a liberated life. For how many days? For how many months? A lot of people say, I want mukti means enough. I remember one person telling me, no, this birth is my final birth. It's like, that's it, enough, mukti now for me. I thought it was as simple, the way the person was saying, it was as if going to a hotel and ordering a plate of idli. I need mukti. Is it going to be so easy? Well, that has to be seen. But liberation from all the, what we can say, bindings, the bandhanas, that is what the Isha Upanishad says. You have to aspire not to leave this world, not to run away from this world, but to live a free life in this world. This is why this Isha Upanishad, a lot of problems it created for those who talked about leaving the world. So much that Isha Upanishad was removed for a short period. I will not mention which Vedantic school, that they just removed that Upanishad from a Mukhya Upanishad category, because this is not Mukhya. Because this particular verse, Kurvan Neveha Karmani Jiji Vishechakam Samah Evam Tvai Nanyathetosthi Na Karma Lipyate Nare. Performing your works in a state of detachment, you have to seek to live for 100 years, that's a full lifespan. Because this is the only way where, despite performing actions, no karma will bind. That was what that Upanishad taught very clearly. Arjuna can easily run away from the battle, but will running away give him liberation or mukti? Not really. Most of the homes there are fights. I am going to go to the Himalayas. One spouse will tell to the other. Give the suitcase to that person. Here, take, go. Nobody will go. Even if they go, if they're leaving their duties, no liberation can ever take place. So this is something, but a general understanding is that material world is different, spiritual world is different, and that is why our Arjuna totally got confused with what Krishna said. He said, I don't understand anything, boss. What are you telling me? He says here in the third adhyaya, he says, why are you asking me to perform ghor karma? You say, there's nothing to be worried about death. Life is beyond death. Then why are you asking me to put so many people to death by entering into the battle? This ghastly karma, why should I do it? And then he says further, I need to understand. Get Shreyaha. That's his entire approach. He says, Shreyoham apnuyan. I need to understand what is going to give me Shreya. What is right for me. Don't talk both sides. This is one dialogue Arjuna is going to keep repeating. Krishna is not speaking both sides, but Arjuna is not able to reconcile. This is the problem. Reconciliation of the spiritual life and material life, this does not take place at all. The materialist says spiritualists are fools. The spiritualist says the materialists are fools. Both negations are going away from the reconciliation. Then where is the harmony going to take place in the world? Unless the reconciliation takes place. And that is what Krishna brings here. This is what we are going to see. And mind you, Krishna is never going to get irritated with Arjuna.
उत्कर्षा फळं पण मागव ग.
1 minute. I think we are talking about no fruits actually. Let's continue. Ma phaleshu kadachana was what was introduced. So, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Lokesmin vividha nishtha pura prokta mayanagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. So Krishna says there are basically two approaches of people on the spiritual path. He says, men of two faiths in this world dwell, O pure one. As I had said before as well, those to whom seeking the eternal knowledge gives satisfaction, and those who believe firmly in the yoga of action. So there are two ways. One is the firm karma yogis, and the other is the Sankhya, the one on the path of the Sankhya. Sankhya is a philosophy, the philosophy of our Sanatana Dharma. It has been expounded in detail. What is Sankhya Yoga? Maybe if you study the Gita, it will become very clear. It talks about a beautiful duality of the divine, but yet now Krishna has not introduced it. Let us just keep it there only as Sankhya. Sankhya is a philosophy of Sanatana Dharma for now. Let us continue. So Krishna says, and one more thing, you look at the word Krishna is using. He says, Mayanakha, my dear Arjuna, my pure-hearted one, oh pure Arjuna. Means he is not upset, he is understanding the genuineness of Arjuna's questions. There are two types of questions. One is a seeker's question and another is a skeptic's question. Can someone tell me where does Arjuna fall? Yes? Anybody?
He is a seeker.
Yes, isn't it? So what would you say is the difference, Nidhi?
Seeker, someone who wants to understand
Okay.
from the heart and
To grow,
go to
isn't
the
it?
depth of it. It's not like we are judging the other one. We are
Okay,
just
yes,
trying to understand, clear our illusions, our misunderstandings.
yes, yes, isn't it? That is the seeker, isn't it? So who wants to grow, who seeks to learn, to grow. And the skeptic, what is a skeptic? He's also seeking something, isn't it? But he's not seeking for growth. It's like a seeker goes to a park. He seeks the fresh air of the park. Seeks to experience all the wonderful beauty that is there in the park. Maybe people's interactions also might. The seeker can understand just looking at people, looking at different things. But skeptic will go to the park just to see, see how horribly this is maintained. Look at that. Look at that dog. No, that owner is not taking care of that dog properly. X, Y, Z. That's the difference. And Krishna does not waste his time on anybody. Like that's why Duryodhana never got anything. It is not that Duryodhana is poor, is what we can say ineligible. It is his seeking is which is missing. So Arjuna is seeking, and he says, Krishna says, I understand your question. I totally get it where you're coming from. So he says, I'll tell you. So there are two ways, there are two faiths. Means the way people walk. One is the path of the Karma Yogis, another is path the Sankhya Yogis, the Marga of the Sankhya. न कर्मणामनारम्भान् नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषोऽश्नुते न च सन्न्यस्य न देव सिद्धिं समधि गच्छति. A state of detached actions in works can't be reached without man's beginning and performing the action. And great spiritual boundaries can't be breached by physically renouncing all the works or by inaction. A very simple but important statement. He's saying a state of detached action in works can't be reached without man's beginning and performing the action. And great spiritual boundaries can't be breached by physically renouncing all the works or by inaction. This is a fundamental principle. Right now, I think we're all aware, isn't it? Commonwealth Games are going on. Lots of athletes are representing Bharat. They are trying to attain what they believe is the glory, and they want to get a medal. And those who miss the medal, what will they say? I missed the medal. If I sit here and say I also missed the medal, will it make any difference? Why is that? Because I'm not eligible. I have not attempted. I am not even participating. There is no chance, isn't it? Same way, who can claim detachment? Somebody who is doing work only can do it in detached action. Somebody who is not doing any action. He says, I am now, AC is wonderful, my bed is very fluffy, and my pillow is good. I am also detached. That cannot be said at all. Unless you enter into the kshetra, unless you enter into the field of the world, field of action, there only you can claim to have attained detachment. Without engaging, it's not possible. It is as simple as that. I remember when in my final third year of college, I kind of went to my father, and from 6th standard, I was only playing badminton every day, and I just told him, I'm going to stop. He said, you're retiring before your career began. That was the point, isn't it? So somebody who's detached, only a person who is entering into the world and performing actions, not by inaction. And Krishna emphasizes further. He says, great spiritual boundaries can't be breached, meaning on the adhyatmic level also, there are planes of consciousness. You cannot go to that higher consciousness without performing deeds, without leaving your karma, without doing your karmas, you cannot go to the higher states. No ascension is possible, not even in the spiritual plane, without karma. That is why from the ancient times, rishis also, they would do dhyana, they would do sadhana, they would do tapasya, and yet they would come and interact with people, isn't it? Because it was not only about the individual self, it was what we call a collective growth of consciousness. The Nath Sampradaya, all of them. Alak, Niranjan, Adesh, they had received the Adesh. That is why they are on that path. But they would go across the world, across from the jungles, they would come back after sadhana to give direction, to give light, to spread the light that they received. So this is an important aspect. You cannot escape. So one more thing is Krishna is talking about Arjuna. I think somewhere he's talking about Arjuna's connection with the world also, not just an individual withdrawal. That is not the way. That is something he's saying. Let's continue further. Nahi kashchit shanamapi jato tishatya karma krit karyate yavashaha karma sarva prakriti jair gunaihi. Not a single such moment can pass for man, as without engaging in activity, exist no one can. This nature's qualities on all beings has been endowed. A bond of works and actions on man has been bestowed. So this is the Prakriti, Prakriti's imposition. Many times friends ask, "Kya chal raha hai? What's up?" We say nothing. Nothing's up. But it really is nothing up. And if you're conscious, every moment you will see so many things taking place. What is perceived as nothing is actually a lot of things. Right now, for instance, we are not in the battlefield. We are sitting in our homes. But can we all say nothing is going on? Even at this moment, while we are sitting, physically we may be sitting. But is nothing going on or is something going on? Anybody? What is it? What are the actions? Even when we are just sitting, we're listening to something. But what is going on? Anyone? If you can share something.
Mind is working, senses are working.
Yes, Jayaj is saying mind is working, senses are working. Yes. Somebody would have had a very heavy lunch, it's still having an effect on the body consciousness, isn't it? Internally also changes are taking place. And we are also trying to, when we say we try to connect to the Gita consciously, we are trying to connect to a scripture which is so many thousands of years old. And our past experiences come in front with when we connect with different verses. We have so many dots, each has a different pattern, each we tries to connect. And if you see every moment, this is taking place, no moment where no work is going on, no karma is taking place, cannot exist. This is the principle, is what Krishna is saying. Nai kashchit shanam api chatum. Why? Because this is the nature, isn't it? There's a bandhana of what works and actions on human nature has bestowed. Say you do nothing. I want to do nothing also. Still, lying down is an action, isn't it? It will be one action, some action you are going to perform, and action will have consequence. Somebody says, I'm extremely lazy and I want to sleep and not do anything. Can that person just stay in that bed for several days? Well, if with a lot of willpower in the wrong direction, the person can stay, but will that person not have bed sores after that? The moment is not done. A friend in a college festival decided, I am not going to sleep, I'm going to enjoy. The three days festival was there. And all days I'm going to enjoy, and I don't need to sleep. That was the raw force, we can say. The youthful hormones and energy is kicking in. So he was like, I am not going to sleep. I'm going to party. The funniest part was, first day he did not sleep. Second day he did not sleep. It became legendary. Everybody came to know. Third day he was found lying inside of some classroom on the floor because the body had to react. Whatever he did, this is the bandhana our sharir goes through. We have to sleep, isn't it? We charge our phones like that, our body has to be charged every day. Who has decided? Who decided we have to go through this cycle of Kaumara, Yauvana, and Jara? Childhood, youth, old age. Every living being is functioning according to this bandhana. That is the same way there is this karma bandhana also. And because of which, every moment karma takes place. Whether you think or not, it matters not. And as I think Jayaji also said, thinking is also a karma. Let's continue. Karmendriyani sanyamya yaste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharaha sa uchyate. A way to physically control the senses a man may find. But if he constantly thinks of the senses in his mind, he is caught up in self-discipline's wrong notion. Such a being is beguiled by his misplaced devotion. I repeat once more. A way to physically control the senses a man may find. But if he constantly thinks of the senses in his mind, he is caught up in self-discipline's wrong notion. Such a being is beguiled by his misplaced devotion. Means physically, I may control myself, but if my mind is just thinking about, say, diet, a dietitian has prescribed a particular diet for me. I say, I'm going to control myself. But instead of, understanding why that is being done or what is the reason, what are the underlying health benefits, I'm just thinking continuously of the food only. What's going to happen? It will have a very wrong psychological impact on me. Same thing happens in different people on the spiritual path. Without really understanding fundamental truth, they keep repeating things in their mind. That is a misplaced devotion, is what Krishna is saying. We have to go to the roots. We have to understand things. Lot of people have this misplaced devotion is very common everywhere. It is everywhere, and that is why we have to be wary of it. We should understand, we should seek, and we should understand and go to the roots. Krishna goes on, 7th shloka, he says, Yastva indriyani manasa niyamya rabhaterjuna karmendriyaihi karma yogam asaktaha sa vishishyate. He who by the mind controls the senses and is detached to Arjuna from all sensual disturbances and performs all his works and actions in this yogic way, he is considered the most superior person any day. Who is Shrestha? Who is that person who is not engaging in mithyachara, that person who is not lost in a wrong notion, who has understood the principle. What is that principle? Detached action, not renunciation of action. Like Arjuna was saying, isn't it? Let me run away from this battle. No. Understand this is a duty, and what is the consequence of this duty? You become conscious. Conscious actions make a difference. That is what Krishna is telling us here. Who is controlling the mind? Who by the mind is controlling the senses and is detached, O Arjuna, from all sensual disturbances and performs all his works and actions in this yogic way. He is considered to be the most superior, meaning a person who can somehow find the motivation to do works without any expectation. That individual who is doing every action, every work with detachment, that individual who is not getting carried away by the indriyas. How is he not getting carried away? What are the indriyas, anybody? Indriyas will keep coming again and again, isn't it? What are the indriyas?
Senses.
Senses. Yes, isn't it? Indriyas are the senses. So the senses really take us astray. It is like such a normal, natural thing only, isn't it? But some people have a very strong mind. They have established the, what we can say, adhipatya of the mana over the indriyas. The mind is able to control the indriyas. That is why the mind is said to be the Raja of the indriyas or the Indra of the indriyas, because with the mind you can control all senses. And what happens when you control senses? Well, it is brilliant. There's a beautiful Subhashit. Asha yaye dasaste dasaha sarvalokasya. Asha yasi dasi tesham dasayate lokaha. Meaning that individual who is a slave of the indriyas and slave of the desires is a slave of the world. But that individual who has made desire his slave, that person is the rule king of among all, king or queen, whatever we can say, the ruler or the champion. And that is why we worship. Jayji wants to say something. Yes, sir.
I was just, I think this also maps to the Rathakalpana analogy as well, right?
Yes.
Where the horses are the
Yes.
Indriyas.
Yes, the horses are the Indriyas, the rain. Who is that? And again, Krishna is also said to be the controller of the five Indriyas, or the five Pandavas is how they equate. But this is an important principle, and that is why we respect so many people who have made all these Indriyas their das, isn't it? We have Kabir Das, Tulsi Das, or who is Hanuman? He's a Dasa of Sri Rama, isn't it? And how do we exalt him? We consider him the wisest. Mano Jabam Ma Rutukul Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham. So he is called Jitendra and Varishtha among the wisest. Among the wise, he is the wisest. Buddhim, Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham. Among the wisest, he is wise. Why is he wise? We can say because he's controlled the Indriyas, he's understood the simplest secret. He has learned that. And that is how he has become Maruti, the great one. So probably this is the simplest secret which all the saints have been telling us from the beginning. There is something Krishna is telling. He goes on further. Niyatam kuru karma, meaning discipline is required. Do it regularly. Niyatam kuru karma. Tvam karma jayo yakarmanaha. Sharira yatra pichate na prasiddheda karmanaha. Without attachment, perform your every action. So without attachment, perform every action. Because action always supersedes inaction. Even your body's life journey cannot be sustained without action. No accomplishment can be attained. It's a very simple, what we call open secrets. It's so simple to understand. Don't do action, how will you go ahead? And how do you do action? Well, you have to do karmas. You have to do it regularly. It is required. You can't escape. Well, even your body, your life journey cannot be sustained, isn't it? We're all alive because of which action? Breathing. Are we doing it or it's happening? It's happening unconsciously. Yogis say, I want to be conscious of my breathing also. That is why they start working on pranayama and other ways. But the little actions that we are doing, we must do it consciously. That is something. Because even physical life's journey cannot be sustained. It is the fuel of moving ahead in life. You want to move ahead in life, you have to do karma. You cannot escape from it. That is the founding principle here. So without attachment, perform every action. Means every action must be performed without attachment. A simple question comes. Can we love without attachment? Anybody? Yes? Bharti says no. Because it is required. Anybody else feels love without attachment is possible? Yes. Kalaji is saying something. Yes, please.
Yes.
Why is it? How do you say it's possible?
Most of our actions, whatever we do, I think is without attachment only because I have been a prison volunteer now for 20 years.
Wow,
So
that's
I don't
brilliant.
think there's any love there. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, I'm still doing it.
You're doing it. Okay. Can we say true love is love only without attachment can be true love, isn't it? Otherwise, it is a kind of a little bit of what we can say attachment and love becomes manipulation also, isn't it?
I mean, care and control is flip sides of a coin.
Yes.
Okay, so I think humans are essentially very selfish. We have to work towards not
Towards
being
getting that.
selfish.
Yes. Towards, because that is the beautiful thing, isn't it? The selfless, that is, and that again, that also is going to liberate a person, isn't it? Unless you are free, when you are loving with attachments, attachments are going to create little hurdles. And the truest is without expectation, isn't it? Because the fundamental principle is that love is too precious to be returned. Here, I gave you love, this can someone return it? Mother's love for the child, no matter how accomplished the child becomes. Maybe there is a runa or a debt which the child may feel, I owe that. That's a beautiful feeling. We're not talking about that. I owe a debt. While we should have runa for everybody, including the divine. And let us get into more and more runa. That's a different story. But can we return it? Can it be transactional? It cannot. And a lot of things are not really transactional. There's no return value. So if we understand that some of the happiest moments with our friends Are they when we had expectations or when we had no expectations? I think when we had no expectations, those moments are more conscious. You're able to experience more. Road trip planned by my friends when we did not plan anything. Oh, yes, we got out of school. It was everybody was scared. How do we go elsewhere, another city? So many such things, but somehow we had a bond of friendship. It's like, let's go. We did not, and I never had that opportunity. It was my first experience of doing something unplanned without expectation. Let's see what happens. But it really remains one of the nicest moments. But many times when you plan things and you expect something from somebody, this person should do that, that person should do that, we lose our peace of mind also many times because the expectations do not guarantee returns, no? Subject to market rate. No investments are always 100%. Yes, Kalaji wants to add something. Yes, please.
There are times I feel love is counterintuitive, counterproductive also because we are
Divine love. We're talking about the divine love because
divine love, and I'm talking about a
that
mother's
is
love
where,
or father's
yes,
love.
yes, yes, the human love, no, slowly there is a human nature entering into it. So in human love, we have to manifest divinity, then it's the brilliance. Otherwise, it's a bandhana. Because again, attachments only create the bandhana. So perform every action. As we come back to the shloka, Krishna says, without attachment, every single action. Because action is always greater than inaction. Even body's life journey cannot be sustained. Don't take care of your body, what sadhana will you do? Don't take care of your body, how will you move forward? It is as simple as that. Perform actions. Next shloka, the ninth one. Yajnarthat. Yajnarthat karmano yatra loko yam karma bandhana. Tadartham karma kaunteya. Mukta sangaha samacharaha. This is a beautiful verse where Krishna says, Mukta sangaha. Beautiful word. This is Mukta means free and Sangha means united. So a free union is what Krishna is talking about. I'll just repeat it once more and let us see. Yajnarthat karmanon yatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. This is a very strong fundamental principle of Karma Yoga. We must never forget this. It's very easy to logically, negate this with our mind and say, no, no, it cannot be done. It is too ideal, but it's actually a very practical thing. It is practical. It is possible. It is to be lived. Accept the actions that are performed in a state of sacrifice, chained to karma's bonds, or all actions done otherwise. That is why, O Arjuna, your actions you regulate with the freedom of detachment that I postulate. I repeat once more. Accept the actions that are performed in a state of sacrifice, chained to karma's bonds, or all actions done otherwise. That is why, O Arjuna, your actions you regulate with the freedom of detachment, as I postulate. Meaning, only when you do an action in a state of sacrifice, then only you are going to be free from karma bandhanas. Done as a tyaga. And that's why many yajnas are, you know what is a yajna, isn't it? Anybody? What is a yajna? Yes, anything about a yajna. In a state of yajna, we must perform. Jai Jai is saying something. Yes, sir. Yes, please.
It's a sacrificial ritual.
Okay. Yeah, yajna could be a sacrificial ritual. Okay. That is
Ahuti. Ahuti.
okay. Yes, something like an ahu, where you are pouring. So one more word Shwetaji has told, because generally the ritual of the lighting of the yajna is done with ahutis being poured, isn't it? They arrange that Havan Kund, Ahutis are poured. What are they done for? What are the yajnas done for?
fulfilling desires.
Okay, Bharati says to fulfill desires. Okay.
For
Then,
higher, as like when you put something in the yajna, it's like you want better and higher things. So
Okay,
or
higher things.
more
Like,
purified things.
like I
Yeah.
am now working and I want promotion. That is why I should do yajna. I want a higher pay package. So because Shan Chame, Mayas Chame, Priyan
More
Chame, give me
of
this, give me that. Is it a yes?
yeah. I think it's like even when we do it at home, like it's like for purity or for something to get cleared, right? So I think it's more of an
Inner.
inward thing, a more
Okay.
higher
Okay.
uh,
So okay, the
energy.
higher
Yeah.
is not referring to outer probably desires and inner abhipsa or inner aspiration. Shobhaji is adding something. Yes, please. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, are they done for appeasing the gods?
Okay, they're done for appeasing the gods so that gods will give us whatever we want.
Transaction.
Yeah? Yes, ji?
Transactional.
Transaction, isn't it? भगवान
It's an
मैंने
attempt.
आपको 2 coconuts दिए अभी तो मुझे देना ही चाहिए. Yes, Meeta ji?
It's an attempt to control the supernatural through, certain actions in the physical world, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this control of supernatural, has it been established?
No,
Not
it
yet.
can
Okay.
be, coincidental, maybe, but not
We do
really.
not know it. We do not know. It's a metaphysical dream. All right. A friend of mine kept offering coconuts to one particular Aradhya before his exams, and he got good marks. That's it. The word spread that this Aradhya likes coconuts. Look at it logically. This Aradhya is the master of all the coconuts in the world. And this individual has equated his understanding of offer coconut, get good marks. Because he got good marks, everybody went to offer coconuts to that Aradhya. Yet, everybody did not get good marks. Why? Because nobody knew that he was studying also so hard along with the prayers. So the action was there, but the aspect of what we can see, the bhava with which it is done. If it is done, there are called sakam yajnas and there's nishkam yajna. Means with expectations, without expectations. That this entire story of Nachiketas going to Yama was because he saw his father is doing the yajna in a wrong manner. So he went and told, Father, whom will you give me? That was the oldest way how probably keeping the respect, especially when you have such a towering personality of a father, you can't directly speak there anything. He has just said, well, whom will you give me? Once or twice. Because he saw his father is doing it wrong. If you do a yajna, one of the very simple mantras is Agneya Swaha Agneya Idanna Mama. Na Mama, not for me. It is offered everything. My ahutis are like my attachments, my vices, my limitations. I am pouring them. Let that Agni burn it. Let it turn it to dust. Let me rise higher. Higher as in higher aspiration. Sri Aurobindo has beautifully defined that. It's a flame of aspiration inside of a human soul. That is symbolized in that action. So consciously done action liberates. Unconsciously done action makes you trapped again. So that is the problem. Krishna says, do your every action as if it is a yajna. I do it without any expectation. I'll keep doing. I keep doing 100,000 things. As much strength as I have in my hand, I'll keep walking ahead and keep trying to do things without expectation in a real state of a conscious yajna. Because unless I do that, I will not be free. Karmic bonds will trap me, will ensnare me when I have expectations. So do something nice. Say next time you get a chance to talk to your friend, speak from your heart, speak sincerely, speak without any attachments, and speak without expectation that if you say right, go right, and that person goes left, it's all right. You did your duty, let it be. That is the way, because otherwise you are invested into that and attachments will cause further troubles. That is an important aspect. Karma bandhanas, and we don't know how powerful karma bandhanas are. An individual can be so free, irrespective of the circumstance, but the bandhanas make a great, say, even a horse like a Pegasus is not able to fly, but is not able to walk also. It's all trapped and ensnared. That is what happens. So Krishna says, this is why I am asking you, use this principle of detachment. It is not a punishment. It is not too difficult also. It is something which is very easy to practice. It is, the word is a mukta sangha. elsewhere we'll see different Sanskrit words used by Krishna for detachment, but this is the most beautiful thing. Because many people say these two words are opposites. Mukta and Sangha. Mukta means free. Sangha means attached. So be free attached. How can that be? Anybody? Is Krishna back to his usual ways of confusing? You can't convince, confuse. Is he doing that to Arjuna? What is Mukta Sangha? Anybody? Free union. If we can think about it, it would be one of the best experiences if we have, isn't it? Say in our friendship, there is so much freedom that we can talk anything that we want. Like Arjuna and Krishna Samvad, you see, there's so much freedom, isn't it? We'll see Arjuna taking use of this freedom, to some may say even misusing that freedom, because that freedom is there. But that freedom is not so much that he is now completely disrespecting, insulting, and removing the sanctity of the relationship. That much is actually going astray, isn't it? Like now, for example, in our country, the youth want freedom. They want what we can say azadi. But what is that freedom that they want? How much of that freedom is going to lead to anarchy? And what is the meaning of that freedom? That is something which has to be understood. Instead, there's a freedom, and yet you are united. You are connected and yet united. Parenting, it would be lovely, isn't it? Parents are not intervening, but does not mean they are not caring. The care is there, but the manipulation is not there. Relationships also. Partners are giving freedom to each other. But that freedom is not taking them away at all. They are still connected. That is what Krishna is telling, and that is the way. Unless you do as a sacrifice, every action, you are going to be bound by Karmabandhanas. And that is why I use this method as a freedom, because that freedom will liberate you, is what Krishna is saying. He goes on further. Now he introduces the concept of the devas. 10th shloka. Let us see. Saha yajnaha prajaha srishtva पुरोवाच प्रजापतिः अनेन प्रसविष्यत्वमेष वोसित्वष्ट कामधुक्. Brahma, the progenitor, through the act of sacrifice, bore the first living beings and put forth this edifice. He said, as from sacrifice you have originated, through sacrifice, your life's evolution will be actuated. I repeat once more. If you see Brahma, who is Brahma? The creator. The divine, supreme creator, the creator of the creation. Krishna says, the creation of the Srishti itself was an act of sacrifice. He created this universe and he embedded this principle in the universe that he created. He said, as you have all been born from sacrifice only, it is only through sacrifice that you will progress. That was the principle. As from sacrifice you originated, through sacrifice your life's evolution will be actuated. Let's analyze this principle. I think we've all come ahead in our life, isn't it? From childhood, from being like naive or not knowing anything, that we've gathered experience and we've come ahead to where we are, and we're going to go further ahead. But in our journey and until now, where we are, have sacrifices helped us? Have we sacrificed, and have those sacrifices helped us? Those sacrifices helped us. If yes, can someone just share some of the practical sacrifices which they have done and how they have helped them? Anybody? Yes.
Simple things.
Huh? Yes, ji?
Simple things in life.
Like any example?
Like I'm diabetic, I have sacrificed all carbohydrates and sweets.
Okay. So, yes, so that was a sacrifice. Maybe consciously done, not enforced, because I know a lot of diabetics who say it's all right. Doctor has only told me to take a lot of sugar and then take the injection. So That is a sacrifice. And then after, if you do that sacrifice, it will not, diabetes is not a disease only. It is, your intake has been controlled. Yes, Kalaji is saying something.
But
Yes,
can
please.
you actually call that a sacrifice? Because you're doing it for your own good.
No,
Okay.
but now we are saying, isn't it? But if you do that for taking care of your body is also a sacrifice you have to do, isn't it? You have to take efforts, isn't it? Exercising for the body is also a sacrifice. With that, you can do good for the world, isn't it? So whether or not we are looking at in our life, so Shobhaji feels it's a sacrifice, it's her legitimate right to consider it a sacrifice. But in our personal lives, what is it that has sacrifice? Because we are analyzing this question, this principle that sacrifices allow you to become a better person. If Shobhaji says that sacrificing this carbohydrate and this made you a better person or made you evolve,
No, no,
huh?
no.
How is it? Why not? You are not no more dependent on sugar, isn't it, Ji?
Mm.
So this is definitely like school children. They don't go to play because they have exams. That's a sacrifice, isn't it? Like that little things. Yes, Kalaji.
I mean, if sacrifice I've done willingly,
Huh. Yeah.
if not, I feel okay because I have to please someone or my parents. I mean, take example, my own parents. Then
Okay.
it does leave a bitter feeling, okay?
Okay. That is a many of it's enforced. No, when it
Yeah.
is according to Swadharma, we'll come across that later. Means as okay, Payalji wants to say something. Yes, please.
Isn't it self-love and that too attachment?
What, Ji?
Self-love. Isn't it self-love?
What is self-love? Means in your life, I'm asking, have you done some sacrifice? While doing sacrifice, you might have felt, ki, oh no, what a trouble this has been. Hey, Bhagwan, what is this I
Yeah,
have to do? But
just
doing
now
it
we are
is,
talking
yes,
like a diabetes and leaving the
yes,
sugar.
yeah.
So this is self-love only. And uh, this is also attachment then.
No, we're not, we're just trying to look at the principle, do sacrifice, does doing sacrifice help us evolve? That is our entire question. Does sacrifice, I had asked in a previous batch, they said, I am doing sacrifice by attending the workshop. I said, how is it? He said, see, I have time. My time is quite busy, but I'm spending this much time of my life. I said, agreed. And do you think it is helping? He said, yes, I feel that is helping me forward. So then that was the question which was answered for that individual. Ki, chalo, this sacrifice is evolving. Means I'm just trying to say, willingly done, consciously done sacrifices, don't they make us a better person?
I think it has helped me mentally because
Mentally also.
because now I feel a little good ki
Fresh.
okay, I'm able to
Control,
control.
isn't it? Yes. Indriya control, self best chance for control of Indriyas is that only, isn't it? We say apada ka avsar, making a making what we can say opportunity out of a difficult situation. A participant shared one. I just give one more example, and then I come to Anjali ji. A participant shared that she in her college days, and especially in the high school days, no, the junior college, what they call, that time she had to make a sacrifice of not spending time with hanging with the other girls. Instead, she went to learn self-defense. That time she used to feel, what is this? What am I doing? And somewhere she knew it is right, but she was like, I never get a chance to be with my friends. Everybody's having such a good time. And that particular period, she didn't feel much about it. But later on, it helped her so much. Plus, it helped her in her direction of life also. Afterwards, that strength which she gathered. So those experiences were taking her. Anjali is adding something. Yes, please.
No, I just wanted to add something to the sacrifices list. What
Yes.
about a mother sacrificing her
Yeah.
career for raising her children?
Yes. Yes. Why not? Why not? Why not? Consciously done. I want to. That is also a sacrifice, isn't it?
I think without resentment.
Yes. Without
Yes.
resentment. So that is the aspect. Means willingly done. A sacrifice
Willingly
done
done, yes.
willingly, consciously. It allows us to improve. That is the principle. Abhaji wants to add something. Yeah? Is it?
Yeah, yeah. Ladies mainly who work for whole day. They do
Okay.
service or some job, they sacrifice their precious time of their life
Yes, yes, agreed, absolutely.
and to bring up their family for good
Yes. Yes, they're
betterment
called
of their
homemakers.
family.
They're called
Yeah,
homemakers. Indeed, that is also
yeah,
important. Same way the one who is working outside also is doing a sacrifice. So if
yeah.
done consciously, aware. So yeah, Vijay is saying something. Yeah.
Yeah, Sushruti. I have a special child.
Okay, okay. Hmm.
So in the beginning, it took a lot of effort to accept him. So
Yes.
everything I
Yes.
did was, like a sacrifice. I
Yes.
have to do this. Why me? Those kind of questions.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
then somebody told me, why don't you just accept him?
Yes.
Say it out loud. This is my son. He goes to a special school.
Yes.
And then the whole thing changed. It flipped.
Yes. How is he special in the sense, Vijay, he is
He's got
diagnosed with
He's got cerebral palsy.
cerebral
Cerebral
palsy.
palsy.
Cerebral
Yeah.
palsy.
Yeah.
Don't you feel happy whenever you interact with him? So lovely,
Yes.
isn't it?
Like
Challenges are
this
there.
is you don't get anything in return. It's just him
Yes,
and me.
and it is, we can say special children are closest to the divine because they react to your children's say CP or ID or even autism, all of them you can just see one very niragas love, what we call
No hidden
nirpeksha.
agenda. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
no
Yes,
hidden agenda in
yes.
anything that they do or
And
say. Or
yes, I met one parent I had a chance to speak to. That parent had said, I am a proud parent of two children with ASD, with autism, and a proud parent. Look at that. Our NGO had an opportunity of working with the special children also. So, Infinite Possibilities, one mother has written a book of where with using her daughter home techniques which can be used for therapy, little small activities can be done, 365 activities that can be done. So this aspect, but it grows, isn't it? She says, I am known among people because of my daughter. People understand because I have got a chance to, because of my love which I am pouring to her, that is just taking me to meet so many people. I'm understanding, I'm growing. This is just one route. So many routes are there for so many people. And I would say if we just convert every action into a bhava of yajna, where idam na mama, done with an offering to whom? Offering to the divine. Swaha. Agneya Swaha, Agneya Idannamama, Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idannama, Prajapate Swaha, Prajapate Idannamama. Offered to Brahma, अरे भगवान आपने तो लाइफ दे दिया है हमारे लिए. So I offer all of these attachments. I offer everything. Well, it will allow you to evolve and become a better version of you because our purpose of birth is this evolution only. Why are we here? It's simple question. Everybody says mostly after retirement in parties, people discuss, I want to understand what is my purpose of life. And nobody really wants to understand it. But the simplest, you don't have to understand it. It is living principle which comes as we live. It is in evolution. We have come here to evolve, to become better than what we are. If Yama says, boss, you are going tonight, I say, before tonight, let me at least get that much part of life where I'll try to become better. Whatever we have. So this sacrifice allows us, and this is the principle we must also follow in our life, that yajna as a state of yajna. And this allows us to connect with the divine also when we do a sacrifice. Let us look at the shloka number 11. Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayantaha shreyaha parama vapsyatha. Through sacrifice, the gods you bolster and call upon their blessings with your fervor. Thus, mutually, you can together advance with the supreme blessings. All life you can enhance. So, Brahma was the originator. And then, after the Brahma, Srishti came. The Devas are also there, all the different Devas, or we can, Sri Aurobindo beautifully uses the word typal beings. They have evolved and become one. Indra is separate. If you look at different powers. So, what do you do when you offer to the divine? You offer your prayers, you offer a kind of conscious force that is inside of you, that is offered to the divine. Krishna says that force then goes to the devas and allows the devas to rise. You are powering or empowering the gods because gods are also evolving. Gods are also moving forward. And what do the gods do when you offer to the gods? If you understand the uh, what we can say in the Sanatan tradition, what do the gods do when you offer prayers to them? Yes, their Abhayasta is there, their Ashirvad is there. We receive the Ashirvad. What happens because of Ashirvad? Our Kalyana only, isn't it? Our progress, our evolution. So what is happening is both are advancing. The gods also are rising, the humans are also rising. There is a very beautiful Vedic sukta between Indra and Agastya. That sukta is there where the Indra is now intervening in the sadhana of Agastya, and suddenly he says, "Where are you going?" Because Agastya feels, I want to bypass the god, I want to bypass Indra and reach the higher state of consciousness. So Indra calls and comes and, comrade, why have you forgotten? Why are you going this way? And then a beautiful dialogue is there between Indra and Agastya, and Agastya acknowledges, he says, I cannot reach there directly by my own strength. I need the grace of the divine. I need the grace. So this paraspara evolution, where it's what we call, it's not parasitic relationship, it's what we call a symbiotic relationship. The relation between these devas, and why do people do the offerings? Well, devas are receiving strength and they're blessing you in turn. So this is how the system has been created, is what Krishna is saying. And ultimately, there is going to be evolution only, great forward movement. He goes on further. We look at just two more shlokas and then we stop. I would just request a few more minutes. 12 and 13. इष्टान भोगान हि वो देवा दास्यन्ते यज्ञ भाविताः तैर्दत्तान प्रदायेभ्यो यो भुङ्क्ते स्तेन एव सः. When through sacrifice the gods you impress, all your desired enjoyments they shall bless. So the God is getting prasanna and is going to give you some strength. He's going to give you some light, going to give you some force. They will give you whatever you are having. These enjoyments to the Supreme, whoever doesn't offer, such a person is not but a thieving beggar. Krishna says, very strong words. Let us look at it once more. It's a very interesting shloka. When through sacrifice the gods you impress, you have done certain sadhana, you've done some tapasya, you have impressed a particular deva, what is going to happen? The deva is going to bless, isn't it? When through sacrifice the gods you impress, all your desired enjoyments, they shall bless. These enjoyments to the Supreme, whoever doesn't offer, such a person is not but a thieving beggar. Not only is he a beggar because he's begging for getting certain fruits, and now he's keeping it to himself. So he's a thief also and a beggar also. Meaning the strength that comes to you, whatever comes to you, offer it back to the divine. Offer it back to the divine. That will prevent you from the ego attachments. What is the difference between the deva and the asura? It is the ahankar only, no? Asuras also got blessings, no? So what happened to those blessings? Now I will destroy the devas. Now I am greater than everybody. People would pray to Shiva, get blessings from Shiva to bind Shiva only. What is this logic? What is it? It is the same thing. What happened to Ravana? Ravana was an awakened Pandit also, isn't it? But that force, so he was using it for personal, individual, egoistic needs. That is what should not be done, because that is like a thief and a beggar as well. That is what Krishna is saying. We must have heard of this bhava, isn't it? Tera tujhko arpan, kya lage mera? Or in Sanskrit, Twadiyam vastu govindam tubhyameva samarpayet. Whatever you have given, this talent that you have given it, I offer it back to you. That allows you to become absolutely free. In your mind also you are. There was a very beautiful dialogue between two great kavis. I'm not able to, I don't know if it was Rahim Das or I'm not remembering if somebody knows, but I can just tell you the principle in that story. There is this individual who is offering, he's doing donations. He's giving donations of charity to some people, and people are coming to receive from him with their outstretched hands. But every time he gives it, his eyes are down while he's giving it. So he's one more, his contemporary, he writes to him and he says, "What is this?" In a rather poetic manner. "You're doing such a good deed, and look at your eyes. Your eyes are looking down like you are a criminal. Why are you looking downwards while doing this?" That time, a beautiful response he gave immediately. "देने वाला कोई और है, भेजत जो दिन रेन, लोग भरम हम पर करे, ताको नीचे नैन." The giver is somebody else. I am in this position to give not by my grace, it is by the grace of the divine. So when it is the grace of the divine that is empowering me to do this good, look at all the people, instead of praising the divine, they are praising me. That's why I am feeling ashamed and I am looking down. That is the right bhava. That is the right bhava which allows an individual to become a good instrument of God. Otherwise, he becomes just an agent of desires, an agent of various karma bandhanas. Jayji is saying something. Yes, sir.
I think it was Tulsidas and Rahim.
Tulsidas and Rahim Das, isn't it? Yes, Tulsidas and Rahim Das's dialogue this was. So this aspect is essential because unless we get into the system of sacrifice, we are going to continuously experience difficulties, and then there's no point crying afterwards. Ki, why am I having so much? Then some people say, no, when you go on spiritual path, only you have more troubles. It's nothing like that. There's no spiritual or non-spiritual path. We're all in Prakriti's path. We are all bound by karma bandhanas. When our bandhanas become too much, we suffer, we get suffocated. We have to liberate, but we are not willing to liberate because of our attachments. The day these attachments are lost, we live a free life. And it is so easy. Krishna goes on. We look at the next shloka and we'll stop at the 13th shloka. Yajna shishta shinaha santo muchyante sarvakilbishaihi भुंजते ते त्वघम पापा ये पचन्त्यात्म कर्म कारणात्. After sacrifice, whatever is the undistributed left over, the good who are free of sin eat the oblation's reminder. The evil only offer to themselves to eat the food and only consume sin. Their actions accumulate no good. So there are the ones who are swarthi, they are those, it's an evil tendency. The greed is also just an evil tendency. We have to let go of it. It is there in ourselves. It is a human, one of the emotions inside of humans, one of these qualities which are not required. It's like the weed in our garden. We have to remove it, isn't it? Otherwise, it will spoil a beautiful garden. Like that, life can be spoiled by greed. So, after sacrifice, whatever is the undistributed leftover, the good who are free of sin eat the oblation's reminder. The evil offer only to themselves to eat the food and consume sin. Their actions accumulate no good. So, I think in most traditional households, when Naivedyam is offered, isn't it, to the Deva? Why is this Naivedyam offered? Anybody? We all say Naivedyam Samarpayami and we offer something. But what is the need? Why are we doing it? Anybody?
Like we say, Tera tujhko arpan.
Yeah. So what is the purpose of this? So say I have made some beautiful sweets. I offer a small portion to my Aradhya.
To make it prasadam.
Yes. So I can eat it. No, prasad is for eating only. No? Children, you see, we used to forget the Deva. We looked at what Naivedya we will got, prasadam we are going to get. This temple gives this prasadam, means everybody will go to that particular. Many will not even know which Deva is there, but they will know the prasad. So are we doing it for getting the prasadam, or what is the bhava behind doing it?
It is because of God we are getting it.
Sorry, Abhaji?
Because of God we are getting it. That is the
So we
bhav.
offer. So that is the gratitude. Yes, that is the gratitude. Anjali ji is adding something.
No. Are we expressing our love and gratitude to the divine?
Yes, we are expressing that. It also teaches us some aspect of self-control also. At least no matter how tasty it is, offer it, and your head is not supposed to go into. Children are not able to control. They go rushing to eat it. Then the mother or father wraps their knuckles and says, "Don't. First we are offering to God, and then When they ask this usual question, it's there in every household. Will God eat it? What will God eat it? Why are you not letting me eat? This is it's a very common thing, but at least it teaches the child, no, God is going to eat. Quiet now. Sit here for some time. For 15 minutes, somehow all the kinetic energy is converted into potential energy, waiting to become free. And then they go. But it teaches them a discipline. It teaches a discipline. And this is the thing, especially cooks when they cook. I mean, when you cook meal for somebody, it can be anybody, any gender. When you make food, how do you feel when people eat it? You feel good, isn't it? The cook really feels nice, and somehow you feel like, yeah, it's gone into my stomach only. This is an experience of almost every seasoned cook. And when does the cook who has cooked eat? Not because of some ritual imposition. The bhava inside, it's like, let that person also have. Yeah, you also have, you also have, you also have. And in the end, very little will be left. But looking at the faces of everybody, you feel you have also eaten, and you feel so, what we can say, full. And that little, whatever you have eaten, that feels so tasty. If everybody goes and you again cook that food for you, you will not feel that same experience of happiness, because that is the offering. That is what makes everything more precious. And that is what Krishna is saying. Whoever offers to everybody, offers to the Deva, I have got some strength from the divine, it has come to me. Let me use it well. Let me use it in a proper manner. And after that, the person is using it for himself or herself. Then there is no sin at all. It is a divine blessing. It is a full filtered prasada or amrit only which that person is going to taste. But what about the glutton who is just eating just for self only? Everything, every prayer is for give me this, give me that, give me this. And when the person is just consuming more and more karma only, the person is attaching a lot of karmic baggage. They are consuming sin only. That is how the system is, Krishna is saying. With this, we stop at this shloka number 13. Can someone share? If anybody wishes to ask something, you are welcome. Otherwise, we can look at some of the take-home points. Anybody?
I just wanted to ask all this fasting and all the, the seva that is done in the temples and we fast. Is it a part of this that we are sacrificing?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it is. It is.
it is.
Physically also, you get transformed. Mentally also. Both. I know of one person who hated fasts when it was being told before in her initial life, and then she got some vision and then she started fasting after that. And not just fast, she went to Nirjala Upvas. Very opposite, means not even water on that particular day. And yet cooking food for everybody in the house, working in a corporate job, all of it, and yet practicing. And this was when she did not feel it was imposed on her. It was what we call a self-discipline she brought in her life. And she says it has helped her evolve. If you ask, she can write a book about why it is good for her from her lived experience. So yes, that is also the same principle. Yes, anybody, if you would like to share some points to take home for the weekend, because I think Saturday, Sunday we'll have 2 days off. And then we conclude. Yes, please.
There are two paths, the path of knowledge and the path of action.
Yeah. Yes. Sankhya, the marga of the Sankhya and Karma Yoga. We do not know yet, Krishna has not yet exactly deliberated on either the Sankhya also or Karma Yoga, he has talked about it. But what is it and how exclusive is the Karma Yoga, or are there other paths which are like Karma Yoga, or is there something? We'll have to see that. But that has been introduced. Yes. Shweta ji is adding something. Yes, please.
Yeah, for me, take home is the sacrifice, the essence of sacrifice and the offering. So I just understood it more deeply today. So yeah, so I am feeling very good about
Why
this
we
because
are
I
doing
always understood that yeah, that we have to offer and keep offering, but today I just understood another layer of it
Ji,
through, this shloka. So
ji.
like now I understand what it means to be empty like Krishna's flute, so
Wow.
that, the divine music can just play.
Yeah, such a
So being
lovely.
empty, yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. So
Okay.
that I really understood today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you, Ji, for that. So that's a very nice, we can say, metaphor that Shweta ji has given to us. Let us become the flutes, and we have. It's all right. Nothing inside is okay. We sacrifice all, but sacrificing to whom? Not to Duryodhana. Sacrificing to Krishna. So there's a big difference there. So yes, please. That is one more. Any other points? Otherwise, we conclude with a Shanti mantra. Any points for the weekend we can deliberate on? Otherwise, we conclude. Right. I think so. Let's conclude.
There was a
Mr.
point.
Bhaji.
There was a
Okay,
point
Bhaji.
of total.
Yeah.
There
Yes.
was a point of symbiotic relationship between the.
Between gods and man, isn't it? So they are not our enemies. They
Yeah.
are not. We don't have to be scared of them.
Mm.
We offer, and they are coming. They are present for blessing only. So paraspara growth can take place. Indeed, Ji. Yes, please. So I think with this we conclude with the Shanti mantra. Hari Om. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kasyit dukha bhag bhavet. Hari Om Tat Sat. Krishna Mande Jagat Guru. Namaskar. Punarmilama. See you next week.
Hari
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Namaskar. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar.